How lovely to see you. I am standing on the bow deck of the boat and we are on the River Thames, and we've just gone past Henley and we moored here yesterday, but we're on the move again today. It's been a beautiful week. It's been lovely actually, because my daughter, since we came back from the Isles of Scilly, has been staying with us, and when any of them stay, it's always lovely to have them, and then they leave and there's this emptiness. So I feel a little bit empty today, but I am really grateful for the time I've spent with her. And then her boyfriend came down yesterday, and that was fantastic to see him. He's not been on the boat before, and we went for a little cruise, so that was lovely. Well, we left obviously the Kennet and Avon, and we decided to leave the Kennet and Avon when it was about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, because we thought that was plenty enough time to get down the Kennet and Avon and through Reading onto the River Thames and to a little mooring that we wanted in Shiplake. However, and as we discover every time we try to plan a cruise and estimate timings, our timings were all wrong. So once again, we ended up cruising in the dark, and our mooring that we wanted was occupied by several boats. So I was really frightened, because we're on the River Thames, so we're on a river, we're not on the canal anymore. It was pitch dark, and then there was this rolling mist, so you couldn't see anything at all apart from clouds of mist in the darkness. Fortunately, I wasn't driving, because I don't know where we'd be right now. we wouldn't be alive probably. However, my husband was driving and he kept a cool head, and then we ended up mooring in the darkness on a little desert island. How exciting. Where the islands are. Well, it's much prettier in the daylight. This island is called the Lynch, and it is obviously in the River Thames. It's uninhabited, it's very small, and Zeph has just put this on my lap. So let's take a little walk around this little island on the River Thames. Go on, there's a path here. Well said. left Treasure Island in the morning this time, giving ourselves a whole day just in case to get where we wanted to get to Henley. And we went into the first lock, which is Shiplake Lock, and along the weir there, where the ropes are roping off the weir, cormorants and gulls were really enjoying the sun. Lots of studies have been done about cormorants to see why they do open their wings, and the most evidence does suggest that when they've spent a long time in the water, because their feathers take on water to make them more slipstream, they need to dry out their wings. So there is a relationship between how much time is spent in the water and how long after they're spent drying their wings. But then I saw another cormorant doing this really weird action with its throat and opening its beak, and I discovered that's called gular fluttering. And that cormorant's probably been out of the water for a bit longer and was hot, and that way it takes air across the mucous membrane and enables the cormorant to cool down, so it loses heat. Walk from Henley along the Thames path to Humbleton Lock and then across into Hambleden. It is such a stunning little village. So we walked around there, but on the way there we discovered in the field these rings of mushrooms, but in this particular field there were several rings of mushrooms, and they are called, from folklore, fairy rings or pixie rings or elf rings, but they are considered to be in folk tales where the fairies would dance in a ring. In the place of their dance, a mushroom would grow. However, what's actually really happening I have explained in this video, but look out for fairy rings because they're really exciting. On our walk to Hambleden, we stumbled across several of these fairy rings. Beneath the ground there is a fungus growing, which sprouts threads called mycelium, and they form a circle shape. Where they stretch to, the other mushrooms that we have seen grow on top of the surface. Mycelium can stretch up to 10 metres in length. So whilst we were in the village of Hambleden, it's really important, I think, to have good manners and visit the local pub. It's very rude not to, I think. So we went to my daughter and I went to the Stag Enhancement, and we had a really lovely lunch and a drink. We met a dog, a spaniel called Gryffindor, and Zephyr made friends with it. It was a beautiful, it's the pub's dog. So if you go to the Stag Enhancement in Hambleden, you will meet Gryffindor and you will meet a beautiful, gentle-natured spaniel. So now we're coming to the end of summer, and the summer has been wonderful. It's been really special for me because I've spent quality time with my children. They've both come to stay on the boat. And now they've gone and they're going to be really busy in this next term. Probably won't see them again until Christmas. But I'm really looking forward to the autumn. It's going to be my second autumn living on the boat. It's time for me, really now, I think, for a relaxing and mindful cruise. So come with me and hopefully you can enjoy and sit back and relax the cruise that we took yesterday when we left Henley. Look after yourself, take care, have a lovely week, and please come and join me next week to find out what has happened. Cormorant. Hasty flapping drying wings, a swift flick of your tail, then the gular flutterings as you cool and you exhale. Like dolphin you dip sleekly beneath the water's skin, a soft circle wanes weakly to show where you have been. So reptilian to see your long neck, beady face, but cormorant to me, you've such prehistoric grace.